Hey, boys and girls. Square913 here with Variax.
Greetings, everybody.
Our last session of
This session.
I would say right about an hour, 18 minutes, and 57 seconds. For some reason, recorded Variax's voice, but not mine at all.
And was all the better for it.
Yes, actually, indeed it was. It made him sound like a raving lunatic.
Just talking to no one.
Or even worse, just silence for about 10 seconds, and then you just laugh really hard for no reason.
So, yeah,
While I
audio
considered uploading that, I thought that would be an injustice, and I also considered just like recording things to say and fitting them in there so it sounded really funny, like you would be laughing at things that just weren't funny at all. Or not. But I thought that was too much work. So
yeah, effort and stuff.
yeah. So we're just going to watch it again. And
Yeah, post commentary.
Post commentary.
Yeah. This is my first commentary, by the way. My first post commentary. It's exciting. Never done it before.
I did it for one fight in Kingdom Hearts because I died like 80 times, and I thought people wouldn't enjoy hearing "Ah!" over and over and over. So
Are you sure?
I thought it would get repetitive eventually.
I suppose yes. 3 videos of just going, ah!
Yeah, it was literally like 30 minutes of me running around going, "Oh my God, Sin Harvest!" So I just sped it up, played the Benny Hill theme song. Do you guys know what Benny Hill is?
Yep.
Yeah, the it worked.
Yeah.
So, anyway, let's go ahead and get started because we have to play during our, like right now I think we're saying, "Hey everyone, it's Squee and that other guy."
Yeah. What do you mean, do we know Benny Hill? He's English, for God's sakes.
I didn't know that. I watched him when I was like 5. I didn't know what ethnicity was back then.
All right then. Anyway, so yeah, so we're going to fight the big boss.
Yeah,
It's a big boss, isn't it?
There's a big boss. Wait.
So this.
Yes.
Sorry, foreshadowing, sort of spoilers.
Okay, so we're in the snake-like tunnel. Oh my God, that snake hallway with all the rooms that we didn't want to go into.
Oh yeah, yes. Well, we're skipping them, aren't we? Because we decide at this point that, because I'm basically telling you, that, we're not going to go into the side ones right now. We're going to go straight for the boss, which is obviously at the head of the snake.
Yes, it was definitely a group decision, all made by Variax.
This is what we're going to do. Listen to me.
And then I think you were casting buff spells and stuff.
Yeah, because I thought there was lots of enemies behind this door.
Right. I remember that.
Big fight coming up.
Wait,
and you move out the way of that buff. Well done.
I didn't want it.
There's nothing there.
I didn't want that buff. That buff was
yeah, I don't even age. Nah, just
much.
move out the way of it.
Oh crap! I just remembered all the traps that I
quote
unquote found.
With your feet.
No. Oh, we'll get to it. I'll wait until then.
Yeah. Yes. Stay on task.
Yes.
You know,
So, I'm not going to do a play-by-play. That would be rather tedious. And Kasumi goes around to the front. And then everyone else moves up.
And I move up there. And then I open the door. And then you scroll over that way. And then we move in. And then there's enemies!
Snakes! And of course, by the time we got here, half the buffs had already dissipated because...
Yes. Yes, they had. Ah, you and your fireballs.
Yay! I love fire.
Yeah. But this is the fight that I thought was through that other door, because I remember dying to it or whatever and thinking, right, best prepare because there's lots of snakes.
Yep. You know, you think that... You think that there would be, like, a spell like, say, Brick Wall with the hole and you can just throw fireballs in it.
What? Yeah, you could. It might be overpowered slightly, but you could, yeah.
Or you would think that, you know, the game would let you, I know, restrictions of a game, but you just, like, crack the door open slightly, fireball, close the door.
I think, like, an M60 spell would be really good. Bloody Magicka.
You close the door, the whole building's, like, shaking, you just hear death, and you're just, like, on the other side, you're just like...
You could have like a turret that's in Aliens. You know, you just put a spell someone's one of them. It's just like, oh, put that. There you go. Deal with that.
Or you get like grenades from like the 1990s action movies like The Rock, where they don't just explode, they blow up half the continent.
Explode, yes.
I remember when I went to the military and I saw my first grenade blow up. I was like, "Where's the fire?"
Yeah,
all I saw,
to be
all I saw was like a puff of dirt.
They're filled with fire.
Yeah. There's actual little fairies in there that when it explodes, the fairies.
Oh, this is where
make
Paul's
fire.
almost dying. You see, you're moving him around.
Oh yeah, because they wouldn't. Leave
And you
him
were
alone.
like, "Get him away! Stop it! Leave him alone!"
I think at that point in time,
that
I was
hurts.
actually waving my arms and crying while controlling the mouse. It was crazy.
Yeah.
No.
they do like they home in on one enemy, one of you, and that's it.
You know,
They're
you
after-
thought I was doing bad. At least Paul survived.
You did survive, yeah. And then suddenly Dabby just like, nah. Oh, right.
It is Dobby, so.
Yeah, blew Derby. This was 2 weeks ago, so it's like quite a reasonably long time. Was it 2 weeks or 3 weeks
Yeah,
ago?
it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so it's all a bit.
Bit hazy. I still get requests from you guys from time to time asking if it's alive, and I'll say it again. It will always be alive. It moves at a rather slow pace, but that's the way we like it.
Yeah, because if we played too much of this game, we would kill ourselves.
Oh my god. Like, and in a painful way too. Like, I would bleed out through my pinky toe just so that I would not play this game.
Yeah,
I'd probably have to take a lot of blood thinners for that to work, but I'd find a way.
it would. Yeah, you wouldn't. It'd be worth it. Are we not enjoying this game or what? I mean, why are we playing it?
We are. That's the weird part. I think that we enjoy. It's one of those games where
It's a masochistic sort of thing.
it's fun to make fun of. I don't really think, honestly, I do not think I would ever have gotten this far in the game playing it just by myself.
No,
Because
I have.
That's true. Shame on
I
you.
know. I've got to the next dungeon bit, but then I was like, nah.
I think, honestly, if you think about it, like the Baldur's Gates, if it wasn't for the story, you would get kind of bored with that game. Maybe later on when you had more to do and there was more tactics to it. But
Yeah.
but
There's more choice in them as well. You have like more of a free reign of where to go. So you have choice, which I think is a big part of it.
Indeed, and I do remember that when I played Baldur's Gate, maybe not Baldur's Gate 2, but definitely Baldur's Gate 1, there were times when I was like, oh god, but it was the story that pulled me along because I really wanted to know what happened.
Yeah.
I think there was a point where it got tedious where I was like, I gotta explore another area, really?
There is a lot of. Well, I think that's why they cut down in Baldur's Gate 2 a little bit. They have less areas.
Bless them.
But
for
there's
that.
more in there's more in Baldur's Gate 2. I think it takes longer to LP Baldur's Gate 2
Oh
than Baldur's
yeah.
Gate.
My Baldur's Gate 1 was like 60. My Baldur's Gate 2 was 80 something. So
Yeah, and that's like half an hour long videos, something like that.
some of them were, yeah.
Yeah,
some were
because I did like 10-minute videos, so it was like 270 or something. Yeah, I did
you know,
70 videos.
You know what? Even with half of them being half an hour long, I had like 300 videos for Baldur's Gate 2, I think. Yeah, it was a long time. And Throne of Ball was like 30-something hours for me.
Notice here how like this is one of the things I don't know whether it happens in the other games because you don't use summons so much, so I don't know. But like if you move the summons towards the enemy, they won't attack them, and the enemy won't attack the summons because it's not you. They have to whilst be in range. You know, you can't just send them off into the cloud of war and
Right.
fog of war. Just watch. Let them deal with them. You have to actually be there, which is an issue. This game has lots of issues. I don't understand the whole resting bit in this part of the game.
I know.
But you have to move back all the time.
It'll be a neat mechanic.
It's awful.
The 10th time they do
I mean,
it.
they know that you've got to rest a lot in this game, and I can accept that, But
Right.
why make you move all the way back? Because it's not adding anything to the game. It's just adding more tedium. It doesn't make any sense.
Come on, BioWare, you already beat him. It's not BioWare. Who made this? Black Isle? Something like that?
Black Isle, yeah.
Yeah, but you already beat him. He said he knows he has to rest. You've already won. Don't rub
Yeah.
it in.
I know.
Now you're just breaking the poor guy down.
It is. It's just... Ugh. But the spell effects are nice.
Yeah, I know, they're great. It's a pretty game compared to, say, the first Baldur's Gate. Maybe not the second one, but it glows. That's the only real difference. It glows. It's luminescence.
Yeah. I wonder why the spell effects are different, though.
Huh.
Like, is this game before Baldur's Gate, say, 2? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it has to be before 2. Because it doesn't have, monk class.
It's more similar to Baldur's Gate 1, isn't it,
Right.
than Baldur's Gate 2? Because
You don't have dual wielding.
the kits and everything, yeah. So I don't know why they didn't... Because the spell effect's really nice. I guess... Don't know, it's just the style they went for, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess so. But no, I mean, I don't want to give people the wrong impression. This is actually one of my favorite Let's Plays, but it's because it's a co-op Let's Play, and we have so much fun just making fun of everything.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, look, traps.
I mean, because if this game, if it was badly made, it was badly made in all the right places. I remember, I think it was this episode we were talking about how they go through so much trouble to throw in so much dialogue without saying anything.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
we did,
like
because
they had to sit around a
Very
table and go, okay, how can we cram as much words into here as possible without giving them any information whatsoever?
I know. They manage it, though, don't they?
Yeah, they
manage
do.
it. Well done.
They give
to
you
them.
18 different choices that all lead to the same conclusion.
It's amazing. We'll see that in a bit when we get to the boss, which I think is past these doors. We'll cover it a bit more then, I guess.
No,
but yeah, I mean,
I
it
was
does.
gonna
It
say, yeah,
gives
I
you all the choices, and they make no difference whatsoever.
They're funny, though. Best dialogue. I mean, honestly, I would think the dialogue choices in this are even better than a lot of the
They
ones
are.
in the other games.
They're brilliant. Like when you meet that kid earlier on, and you say like, "My dad's bigger than your dad" and stuff like that. It's just amazing. I had to say that because the dialogue is brilliant, but it's wasted.
I'll just leave you in this closet then.
It's just such a small part. Wow, you have really full inventories. Mine are very well sorted and organized, and yours is awful.
Yep. I have a skull, though.
Be ashamed. Yes, you still have the skull.
I wanted
Yeah.
a familiar. Leave
have
me
a familiar.
alone.
Yes.
He doesn't do much. I kind of toss him on the ground and he sits there. Like, go
Rolls-
get him,
rolls.
Scully! He just rolls a little
You could
bit.
go bowling with him. You could take him bowling.
I was just told today by Inferno Canuck about something they do in Canada called 5-pin.
Don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's like a smaller bowling ball, and it's I don't know, those crazy Canadians that are just doing their fun stuff.
Well, so it's like everything's just reduced by half.
They were too lazy to set up 10.
Well, I guess. Well, like but you could have twice as many games going at the same time. If you buy a 10-pin bowling set or whatever,
Oh,
then you can have
gosh.
2 games.
I don't want to
5,
set up that many pins. And these balls are too heavy. Let's just make them smaller.
So I guess like the lanes are half as long as well.
I
in that
guess.
game,
Yeah, everything's
you know,
just by
because
half.
it takes too long to for the ball to come back. You can't have all the waiting, so you make it smaller, and it takes less time for it to return, or something.
And the bowling alleys are half the size. Even the
Yeah.
fries come with half the fries. You know what, though? The problem is the shoe sizes.
Oh, ouch. Yeah.
You look like Chinese women back in the medieval times. Oh, do you know that? They thought, in China, back in medieval times, they thought small feet were cute. And that a pretty girl had small feet. So when they were a very small child,
did they?
they would,
Oh, no.
they would put them permanently in these like wooden shoes that would stunt the growth of the feet.
Oh, that's awful.
Mm.
Making me cringe. That's not nice.
So, bowling alley.
It's not nice, is it? Yeah. But you get. I mean, it's it still happens, like stuff like that, like in Africa, with the big bottom lip.
Oh, or
Have
the
you seen
neck.
that? Child the bottom
Yeah,
and the neck.
yeah.
Like that. So, you know,
You know, and the thing
just-
that always amazes me is that the people go, "Oh, this everything's going downhill." Really, really? We used to stick people in wooden shoes to make their feet small. We had gladiatorial combat where we slaughtered people and relished it. And you think now it's
it's
going
all
downhill?
relative.
Like, I mean, seriously, I don't know if you guys, if it was a big thing in England, but it was a big thing here that there are these websites now where, like, high school kids would record other high school kids fighting each other.
Oh, it's yeah,
And
yeah.
it was like this huge, like, public societal outcry, which I agree.
saw that.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
I thought that was disgusting. And I'm like, okay, you go from that to, say Rome, where they were like, "Yeah!" I think we've made quite an improvement.
Generally, yes, yeah. Relatively speaking, there's still a lot wrong with the world, but it's
Yes, it's
Getting there.
getting there. It's on its way.
humans are a very flawed and not very well designed species all.
Hippopotamuses,
So
we
just
are
have
not.
to live with it, I'm afraid. Anyway,
So there's a quick
we
save
didn't
right
have
there.
enough buffs to take on the boss, which I knew was in the other room, so I decided to take us into this room instead.
And
'Cause I didn't want to go back and rest yet.
and I did a quick save, completely unwarranted or asked for.
It's quick saves are good because you could die at any second in this game.
Well, I was actually saying that you didn't tell me to do it, and I was lying through
Mm.
my teeth because I don't think I've ever quick saved this game without you telling me to. I think like maybe once or twice, and I was actually proud of myself that I remembered.
You have to because
I know, but I never
It's-
think
it-
about
the
it.
character dies with 4 levels underground, so to get rezzed, it'll cost you like half your gold, and it'll take you like half an hour to get back to town to do it. And yeah, it'll be so much easier once we get raised dead.
No, I know, but
And
no,
it'll
I
be
think
so
it's. I think
bit
it's
of
the distraction
way.
of. I'm sorry, sorry, but I think it's the distraction of conversing, because like if I do
Yes.
the solo, I quick save. I remember to quick save much more often. I was doing something earlier tonight, which I think a lot of people are going to find incredibly boring, but I had to do it. I was teaching people to play Go. I'm going to post it on YouTube, the strategic board game Go, and
Okay.
I can beat the computer with my eyes closed normally because the computer's not that good. But
But-
I kept losing because I was trying to talk to Inferno and explain what was going on, and it made me look like I was horrible at the game.
A lot of people find that. Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not this bad, I promise.
Yeah, I mean, when I know it's an excuse, but when I let's play as well, like even just like when you commentate over a game, you're concentrating like on what you're saying and the game, so you're going to be worse at the game than what you normally are.
The rule of
I don't
let's
think
play.
a lot of people realize that, but it's true. Like it does distract from. Not in all cases, it depends how good you are at the game, I suppose. But there's a bit in Nicefield Republic, which I haven't uploaded yet. But there's a puzzle involving rooms and water pressure and moving it around and stuff. And I know that if I was just playing it by myself, which of course I am, but not recording it, I would be able to like figure that out pretty well. But because I know everyone's watching me, and I feel like I'm being judged, I kind of shrink down into my chair and just like, I can't do this, and it affects your confidence. And so I stopped recording and then found a way around it. Actually, I didn't even do the puzzle.
I
But,
think a mark of a good
that.
let's player is you're gonna fail, especially when you're let's playing. It's how you handle it. It's are you a game rager or do you learn to like I try to do, it doesn't happen all the time, but to make that part of the fun of the experience that so I died 10 times, it was funny.
yeah. Sometimes we got fancy armor there, but we can't wear it
Ooh, nope.
because it's evil armor and it's really good as well.
And Variax could wear it, but he's not going to.
Oh yeah, I think he could, couldn't he? Yeah, but then he couldn't cast spells, and his spells are like a major part of him now. Like earlier in the Let's Play, I was having him wearing chainmail armor because he had like 2 level 1 spells and 1 level 2 spell,
Right.
so it wasn't especially worth having his armor on off
can
even. But now
sing
that he's
now.
got, well, he can sing as well, but now he's more of a mage. He's equal right now, I think, to Squee
Yeah, that
as
sucks.
a mage, pretty much.
Squee
I mean,
keeps
Squee will
dying.
Well, yeah, he was dead for most of for a lot of the game beforehand, wasn't he?
Yep.
So he's taken that like 10,000 XP nerf or whatever.
Yep.
You know, however much it was. So
Variax doesn't have a familiar though.
no, he doesn't. He's got a harp though. So there. So he's an angel.
Yeah, that's what he is, an angel.
He is. He's an angel. He's just a different sort of angel. The same sort of way that Stig's a paladin. Verax is an angel. What? Yeah, they're just, you know, same time. What?
Stig would never possess paladin powers.
It's got a paladin, damn it! He can fight evil and
Sure
stuff.
he is. Have you ever heard him when he's fighting? That man's got the bloodlust in him.
Just gets a bit overzealous, that's all. Nope. He's
Oh,
just
is that what their kids are calling it these days?
eager fighter. You know?
You know, I was thinking one of the biggest problems I used to have, because I was commentating, I was sure if I was playing by myself, I wouldn't make these mistakes, at least as often. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Not having a weapon in my main hand and just one in my offhand.
Oh.
Especially in Baldur's
Really?
Gate 1, because I would have to transfer back and forth between the bow and the two weapons. So
Yeah.
it was always a pain. You had to take off the bow, put on the sword, put on the other sword, blah, 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 blah. And when I would transfer back, I would put the main sword on the main hand, and then I would put the other sword on the other hand, and then for whatever reason, it wouldn't equip the one on the main hand. It would just have the one on the out hand. And I would
You
go
just
for
have a
10 or
fist.
20 minutes like this fighting. And wondering why it's taking so long to kill anything. Because I see at least one sword, and I'm not paying too close attention because I'm talking. So
Yep.
I'm like, okay, well, he's swacking away with the sword. Duh. and then, like, you know, you upload it to YouTube, and then the comments are, equip the main weapon! And I swear, if I played by myself, it wouldn't have happened that often, but...
In my Let's Play of Baldur's Gate 2, yeah, I was fighting Kangax, and Corgan, who I had at the time, didn't have a +4 weapon, so I gave him a dagger that was +4, because I had it lying around. And of course, you know, just so he can hurt the thing, which was a good move, but of course I forget that I've given him a dagger. So for, like, videos after that, I've got this big burly dwarf running around with this little dagger. And it happens. It does happen. But
Happens a
you
lot.
just got to deal with it. You know, you forget stuff. There's a lot
And-
to remember in these games.
And I am incredibly absent-minded. I really, really am. Very detail-oriented games are difficult for me.
Well, again, Let's Play won't help with that.
No, not at all.
No, that was a good room to go in. That one, though, that we were just watching,
Yeah.
because it was purely by random that, you know, we'll go in here and use the rest of our buffs up type thing, and it had a bunch of loot in it. And here come, you know what comes now?
I think we're gonna go rest.
Mm-hmm. Oh look, trap!
I don't know what you're talking about.
Trap!
I already found all the traps in here.
There's all these traps on the way back. That we made.
And I'm sitting there like swearing up and down. I'm swearing up and down. They must reset. They must reset. I searched this area, and Variax is like, they don't reset. And he's like, look, when we come back through here, if there's traps, they'll reset. And then like we come back through here, he's like, oh, what did I tell you? I was like, I don't understand. I searched this area. Look at this one over there.
Because some of the traps, like, once you set them off, they disappear.
Right.
But no, not these. And yeah, I wouldn't have put it past this game to reset the traps when you... Because I thought it might, because, you know, when you rest, it shuts all the doors in that other room.
Right.
So, like,
But
it's
no.
like setting. So it could very well be that the traps are resetting, but they weren't.
Nope, I just didn't find them in the
It's
first
just,
place.
it was just Kasumi not being very good.
And my very defensive, I searched there!
It's all right. Stig set them all off with his feet. It's fine. He found them, no problem. was like it was running along and then just trap. Oh, there's a trap there. There's another trap there. Another one.
It's just like Han Solo. They told me they fixed it.
But yeah, this mechanic's just ugh. It doesn't make any sense. Why would these people stay in the room with all the bodies? Because you just sleep in
Right.
all the dead bodies. It's so morbid. And,
We had a commenter trying to explain it away, and it's like, look, good effort and all, but seriously?
No, it doesn't. I don't care what you say. It doesn't make any sense at all to come back here to rest. Doesn't make any sense. It's just the only part of the game that it happens as well. So it's just
Well, that's
ridiculous.
encouraging, at least. The only part of the game that you've played.
Well, that I know of. Yes.
Right.
I mean, oh god, I hope they don't do it again.
The last dungeon.
No, I wouldn't. I'd actually expect it. To be honest, I would expect.
I'm actually-
Look, there's still something there. What's the point?
What I'm really afraid of is if this is one of the first dungeons and it's this long, I do not want to know what the last dungeon is like.
Okay. Well, I don't know either. I mean, I have checked game facts for the Dan Simpson's walkthrough on this for something else, wasn't it? It was
Yeah, because the lock within the lock, the lock for the lock.
Locked door. Yeah, so I had to look that up, and I couldn't resist just scrolling down a little bit to see what their, what was to come type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Possible loot I could get. So I have I know what's coming next after this, but I don't know what's after that. But I'm not telling you.
We'll figure it out. I'm actually really good at not scrolling down.
I am when it matters.
Like
when I'm
story and stuff. But
bothered.
This
Yeah,
game
when it's a game that actually matters to me, and I'm like, no, I really don't want to spoil this. But for
Skyrim.
this,
Skyrim.
yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, I've got a fair number of subscribers now.
Yep.
Most of which are Elder Scrolls fan, and I think I'm doing pretty well segregating myself from that game.
I love your page.
Get to-
It's, exclamation mark Skyrim! Exclamation marks. Nice message. Exclamation mark Skyrim! Exclamation mark.
And you know what? People still miss it.
I know.
They still miss it. I can't do anything else. I could reorganize all my boxes so they have to scroll past that to get to the comments. I thought about doing that.
Oh, you think that's bad? I will
But,
post
yeah.
something on my forum, and then reply directly underneath it. Like I don't want to go into specifics, but like let's say I say, okay, I'm gonna be streaming at 7 p.m. And then the post right underneath it would be like, you should really list what time you're streaming. And it's like, do you guys even read my post before you start?
It's amazing how many people don't. Amazing. But there we go. That's just the way it is. You can put all the information you want out there, but there's always people that won't bother reading.
I know. It's sad. I've
Damn shame.
Did the game freeze or something?
No,
it's paused.
it's glowing. We're chatting about something.
It's paused.
Sure, it's very important. I was probably like, "You're paused. No, you're paused. No, it's you."
Or actually, more likely, it was, why are they standing in this room?
Yes, you're probably complaining about the fact that we have to come here and rest, and all the doors get shut again, so you've got to open them all again on the way back.
You know they're doing that. When you're sleeping, they're closing the doors.
Yes, keep you safe. That's very helpful, isn't it? Thanks.
They just like to look the confusion on your face when you wake up. Like I always okay if
To be locked in here.
whenever I get a teaching position, I'm going to do this. I swear. Like students fall asleep, and normally teachers will like wake them up and get mad at them or something. Okay, whenever a student falls asleep in my class, I'm going to very, very quietly have all the students turn their desks around and face the other direction. And then I'll just continue class as normal and like speak a little louder so that he wakes up on his own. Just imagine the confusion.
It's amazing.
It would be awesome.
Yes, it would be awesome. That'd be brilliant. Should totally film it as well.
I mean, you could do all sorts of things like that. Like just have everyone stand up and surround them.
Yes. Wake up, everyone's just stood around looking at.
Or even better, have everyone leave the classroom. Just leave.
Yeah.
What time is it? What happened?
Fantastic. And put the clocks forward like 4 hours. 6:15 at night.
The most simple one, I don't know.
Trap!
Oh, see, I told you they reset.